Hey y'all, hey.
Hey y'all, what's going on, everybody? Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everybody doing today on this beautiful Tuesday? You with your girl, Sunshine Hope.
And Coco Beauty. So, as we always say, share, share, share. So, as you know, as we always say at the beginning, make sure you share because sharing is caring. And those that have been like on this streak of sharing our podcast, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Y'all are the bomb. Diggity, 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 diggity.com.
Yes, appreciate y'all so very much for sharing. And if you haven't already, go ahead, like, subscribe, and follow our Instagram, Facebook page, TikTok.
Do we even got any TikToks?
Yeah, we got TikToks.
Oh, no.
TikToks and YouTube. Because y'all, our YouTube is not going anywhere.
Because I'm about to put a little spin off on our YouTube page or something.
Man.
Maybe to make it a little spicy on there. Exclusively only on the YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We could do that.
Maybe not give her no ideas because she be look at her. Taking it and run with
it. But no, so I would like to start off with something new today. I wanna ask y'all, how was y'all week last week?
Did anybody do any networking? Did anybody meet anybody new? Did you meet anybody new?
No.
I didn't either. I just went to work and back home. I didn't go out mingling. I didn't go to any events, any concerts, any gatherings, anything to meet people. And that's on me. You know? Right now, in this season, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with who's in my circle.
Yeah. I'm trying to share. Hold on. Why am I being
Why is my face stuck like this?
Like something don't smell right. But yeah, how was everybody's week last week? The past weekend?
You know what's crazy? And I don't know if this is like, because they say if you can't remember, if you have problems remembering, like it's like signs of trauma. But I'll be honest, I don't remember what happened last week.
Okay.
But I mean, to me, to a certain extent, I think that's good because that means for me, nothing major, nothing like uberty dooberty serious happened last week. So, I mean, I'm okay with that for now. I may have an update for you guys next week, though.
Well, that's interesting. Let's out the update. Let's bust out the updates.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, have you guys shared? Have you shared yet? Because sharing is caring. Okay, so we have today. Our topic is a very interesting one. I feel like it's extremely important. And I think it's something good and it's like basically like a good reminder. So our topic. Oh, hang on, I'm over here typing. I'm just making up stuff. I meant to put tune in and I put true. What?
Girl, what is going on? What is going on? Girl, you know who you look like? Kaylani.
You mean Kaylani looks like me?
Yes, I mean Kaylani looks just like you. Absolutely.
And she's a little cutie patootie. I'll be a cutie patootie all day, every day. Okay. So Our topic today is the importance of sharing your story and or testimony. I feel like the reason why that's important is because people a lot of times have been through some really, really crazy situations and scenarios, and they don't ever share it or they don't ever talk about it. And I'm not gonna lie, I think another reason why right now TikTok has done so well is because people are on there sharing their stories, they're sharing their testimonies, they're sharing, of course, everybody likes the tea, everybody likes the drama, all of that, etc., etc. But what I like to see is like those that get on there and they do tell their story and or their testimony, and because it's like a footprint in the World Wide Web, what happens is you can look back a year from now or 2 years from now and see from this point when you were going through something ultimately devastating where your life has transitioned to. And so I think that is just amazing. Like I say, when as it comes to TikTok, but um, like I say, so for one, the importance of sharing your testimony and sharing your story for me is the ability to be transparent. And once you are transparent, a lot of times it's a level of freedom that you experience. So, like, if you're not holding something in that you just keep to yourself and you'll never tell us all. Now, some things y'all need to be telling the whole world, for real, for real. Like, you do need to keep it to yourself. But those things that you can share, a lot of times that's freeing, because you're not like, it's not laying on you, holding on to you. Like, they talk about how bad really secrets are. And so if you're able to share your testimony, no matter how hurtful it was, how disappointing it was, how dramatic it might have been, how traumatic it could have been, how embarrassing it could have been, it's really important because it's a freeing agent within yourself. And if you think about it, a lot of times people that have shared their stories on TikTok, yeah, they get both sides. They get the negative and they get the positive. But then after they have told their story, you see how their life, how they grow over time. Once they get past that, it's because it's a level of freedom that they start to experience because they're no longer holding on to this. So I think it's that, to me, that's one importance of, sharing your testimony or sharing your story.
Why you look at me?
Tag, you're it.
Tag, I'm it. I would have to say, pretty much just to piggyback off what you said, being new into the ministry, and a lot of times when I do my sermons or I speak or whatever, I am talking about things that have happened to me, traumatic experiences that has happened to me, things that I'm currently going through, things that I'm facing, that I have faced. Um, and for me, it's kind of a weightlifter, but that's not the reason why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because there may be people out there who have or are currently going through the same things, and excuse me, are going through the same things, and it's my testimony that helped them get through it. Like, letting someone know that they're not alone, that they're not the only one going through this. Like, somebody else has went through this. Somebody else is going through this. Like, I'm not by myself. Because for me, it's good hearing her story sometimes, because I'm like, dang, she went through the same thing. She got teenagers or grown adults. So it's almost like I'm not by myself. I'm not in this alone. It's people out there that's experiencing the same things I'm experiencing. And I mean, to me, that's what the testimony part of letting go your story. And like you said, you don't have to tell everything, but
I think the more you tell, the better you feel.
I mean, but like I said, you never know what your story might change somebody's life, period. Um, a lot of times after I speak, I have so many people come up to me and thank me for sharing my story because they was once me, or they've been there, or they're going through it. So that makes me feel good just knowing that alone. So like I said, it's really not for me to feel any different. It's for me to help somebody else. And when I know that I help somebody else with my testimony and my story, that's where my joy comes from. Me knowing that I helped somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And then Marika said, God is definitely bringing us through the storm so we can use it to encourage and uplift someone else. Yep, that's exactly what you just said. Mm-hmm. And again, but if we don't tell our testimony, if we don't speak on it, then to me, like the Clark sisters, they had a song called, have you ever heard of it? Is my living in vain?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the question. Is my living in vain? Like everything that I'm going through, everything that I'm facing, everything that I'm dealing with, all of the hurts and the pains that happen to me, like, is that in vain? Like, was that just for no reason? No, that's it. That's what it's
not.
Right. No, of course not. It's not all in vain because up the road is eternal gain. But for me, again, a lot of time, and then the other thing is when you share your testimony, like sometimes even when you're in the midst of it, so sometimes people wait until they've been through it. I'm more or less I'm going to talk about it while I'm going through it. And for me, it helps me because it's like a level of therapy as well. Like being able to talk about it, being able to be open about it.
Yeah, that's true. Is that Marika?
Mm-hmm.
That's true, Marika. Because you could be like, oh my God, this and this and this and this and this is going on. And then somebody be like, girl, I just did this. This just happened to me. This. And you be looking like, my problem is that. Like, let me just shut up because you got some real stuff going on. My stuff is not as big as your stuff. So yeah, that's true.
Yes. That's it. Allow us to be thankful for our storm. Yeah. And a lot of times, and you know what? Sometimes I think God does that on purpose. He allows us to like sometimes like I'll be wanting to come to her and I don't want to complain about something that I'm facing. And she'll just allow me to vent. And then she'll say something she's going through. And yes, it's way worse. I'm over here talking about I can't get my hair done. I can't get my nails done. I'm upset about this. And she's talking about real situations. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess what I'm talking about ain't even important. Like, let me focus on what she got going on. So yeah, it does. It makes me thankful. Like, okay, hey, in this season, I'm grateful that my problems are this big in comparison to maybe somebody else that is actually in a very, very, very heavy season. They're in a downpour, they're in a tsunami, but I'm just having little mini baby misty rains that just, come through and hi, bye, thank you, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. But the other part of the importance of sharing your testimony is also while you're going through the testimony, like I was saying, that I like talking about it because it is a form of therapy. And sometimes what happens is when you're going through it, sometimes the person you end up talking to about it, they actually may have a resource or a mindset that they may be able to impart into you that'll help you be able to change your perspective on what you're going through.
Like a different or positive thought.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, God teaches us to be humble. God teaches us to humble ourselves. I had a customer come in the store the other day, and she says she watches some girl on, I think, Facebook or TikTok, and she says the girl is like, she's talked about her not in a positive way, but the girl is like, oh, I just put $20 in my gas tank. I'm rich today. Or I just went and bought McDonald's. I'm rich today. Like everything she does, she turns it into saying it like it's a positive thing instead of looking at it as negative. So she's being humble. She's humbling whatever she got, and she's making it feel like she's rich. So we joked about it because the lady had on these really cute glasses, And I was like, "Oh, your glasses so cute." She's like, "Oh, girl, I got these from Costco." I said, "Oh, you rich today," and we just both fell out laughing.
I like that.
But that's what I told her. I said, "I like that. I'm gonna start using that in my perspective when I get my little check." Which I say that anyway, but it be gone before I get it. But oh, I'm rich today. Let me see if I'm gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory because I'm rich today.
Girl, look, I'm about to go to this vending machine real quick, and at least I got money for the vending machine today.
You rich today?
Hey. Do my Ethiopian dance. I've been trying to learn that dance, the Ethiopian. Have you seen it?
No, but I do want to try their food.
It's like
I do want to try some Ethiopian food.
I don't.
I do.
I wanna keep my stomach the way it is. I wanna keep it healthy.
You don't think it's healthy?
Not I have an Americanized stomach.
Burgers and fries.
Actually,
burgers and fries.
Actually, I don't eat burgers.
What else you don't eat? You don't eat chicken?
I love chicken.
Oh, okay. It's something else you don't eat. And I say, girl, are you black?
I don't eat beans other than green beans, but I don't eat yams.
There you have it, folks.
I don't eat stuffing or what's it? What is it? What else? What else you call it? Dressing. I don't eat dressing. I don't eat.
Play so much.
I don't.
But yeah.
What song is that?
Sharing your testimony is important. Somebody said, like back in the old days. See, I don't remember going to them churches that did.
Oh, hallelujah! First, give it honor to God, who is the head of my life. Want to give it honor to the pastor, his wife, all of those, and I just want to say, oh yes, honey, a fiery testimony service, baby. Begin you feeling like, oh yeah, my God is everything.
But back in the day, I heard that people don't talk about what they go through. So when you know
what I'm learning. So now that I'm older, when I go back in my memory bank, sometimes it can be a little faulty. But when I go back in my memory bank, they did not really give. I mean, they did sometimes give details, but now that I'm going back, they gave enough information for those adults to understand what they were talking about without coming out and just like telling all their business. But then there were times when God would truly like do something miraculous and they would like give details like, oh, this week my dryer went out, this went out, that went out, my kids was doing this, that was happening, da 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 da. And let me tell you how God resolved that. Or what they would do. What I also remember is they would talk about the goodness of God, everything that happened. And at the end of their testimony, they would say, but can you all please keep me lifted in prayer? I have a doctor's appointment this week, or I need you to pray for my oldest child because I'm having issues, or, just keep them lifted. Mm-hmm. And then the next week when they would come back, saints, let me give you my testimony. You remember how last week I told y'all, to pray for well, let me tell you what God did. And we would just like, boom, just like go up in flames. Oh yeah, honey, them testimony service songs. And sometimes they be dry though too. Don't get it twisted. I'll be like, thank God, giving honor to God who's the head of my life, and all the saints and friends. I just want to say that we just thank God for another day. And like, yeah, sometimes it would be drawn out. You'd be like grabbing the seats, like, ah. But yeah, testimony service was fire. And I wish, and I really wish that they still did do like testimony services and stuff like that. But what ended up happening was a lot of times during testimony service, people would go too far.
Mm-hmm. And tell too much they business.
Either too much, or sometimes they would like get up and tell other people's business.
Mm.
So
telling nobody else's business.
Yeah.
Especially if they tell you in secrecy.
Oh yeah, you would know exactly what song they was gonna sing. You knew what run they was gonna put in there, how they were gonna go up and down and the dupes and all that kind of. Oh, you would know. Oh, you would know. Oh man, those were the days for real, for real. And to me, it was more. I mean, and it caused us to become a family because being able to openly speak on, the goodness of God and what He's did for you, and then the things that you were facing and the things you didn't have to get on the telephone
Right.
and just talk, but you would be in the service and you would kind of get enough information for, what I'm saying, what you needed. But I think that, yeah, testimony service is fire. And I think we need to go back to it. Because sometimes these preachers, they don't be testifying about nothing.
That's what I said. I don't recall like people getting into their personal, like when I was growing up.
I remember this. I'll never forget this one time. My cousin, he did have a mental illness, but he got up and he was like, "I want y'all saints and friends to pray for me. My dog Duke died." And he just kept saying it like, "My dog Duke died. Please pray for me because my dog Duke died." And he kept saying it. Everybody was like, "Okay," so they had to go to him and like pat him. And finally, he sat down. But I wonder how he's doing because I wonder if he's still alive.
Oh my God, who was he?
His name was Mark Ivy.
And who was he to you?
My cousin.
This girl. I wonder if she's still alive. You don't know if your cousin's still alive.
Girl, do you know how big my family is? My family is ginormous. On my dad's side, I want to say it's like, I don't know, maybe like 10, 12 aunties and uncles.
Up all together.
That's just the top part, and then it trickles down.
Mm-hmm.
And then on my mom's side, it was 9 of them, and then it trickled down. So that was two generations above us. So my family is, when I tell you it's ginormous, oh honey, it is ginormous. So yeah, those were the good old days. We should start our own church and have just testimony service and do it for a little bit and then close the church down. Like, we just wanted to just have testimony service. That's all we wanted to do for a little bit. Oh but yeah. Share. And I also think that there is, and I already, I guess, kind of spoke on it, but there is a healing virtue. Like I was talking about the freedom. There is a healing virtue that I believe also transpires because the Bible says we are over. Wait, what does it say? We are overcomers. Hold on. Don't get me quoting the Bible wrong. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. Y'all, no, I ain't even gonna do it. I'm gonna quote the scripture right though. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, testimony and brunch. I would love that.
Oh,
yeah. Even if it's donuts, like all that stuff.
No, like we could like maybe like a place like this and then just have like testimony and brunch at a clubhouse or something, or like at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
That would be pretty dope. Okay. So the Bible says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. That's that's Revelations 12 and 11. Like I said, I ain't trying to be on here quoting the scripture wrong. But yeah, you overcome by the word of your testimony. So by speaking those things, like I said, there is a healing virtue to it. So yeah. That's really good. Testimony and brunch.
I do like that. But that was kind of like what I was going for.
Oh, you know what we should do? I was just getting ready to say we could do that for Mother's Day.
Yeah, the Mother's Day picnic was nice. I wish more people would have came out, but I think it was
sorry, y'all, that was loud.
But that was a nice time. This time I would rather have more women speakers than just myself.
I think you did good just by yourself.
No, I think I won't. I do the prayer.
No,
I have other women speakers.
No, I think you're.
I got you now.
No, I think you're good. I think you're good just speaking.
I'm calling y'all out. So when y'all watch this podcast, y'all watch this live on today.
No, you need to keep speaking. That'll help. That'll help sharpen your gift. The more opportunities you get to speak.
Yeah.
And you'll have more. You'll be able to do a lot more talking on the fly.
Yeah.
And you won't be so like, and I just really think that God is good.
Whatever. That's not sweet.
Amen.
No. But yeah, it is healing. Even like I said, I get the joy of hearing that it helps somebody else. But after I've done my crying and sobbing and hugging on people, I feel better. I feel lighter.
It's very freeing. And I really kind of wonder why that is. Like, why is holding stuff in so like? Why is it pressure?
It's on your mental.
But what's the difference between, because to me, again, it's like, it's still going to keep playing in your head. You're still going to be facing it once you talk about it. So what's the difference between talking about it and not talking about it? Because nothing really is changing other than the fact that you talked about it.
I think the fact that just letting someone know what it is that you're going through or what it is that you've been through, you said it. So now someone else knows. Whether they care or not, it's been said. So you're like, well, this person knows.
Yeah.
So I guess never mind.
Oh, Lord. We're going to have to hurry up with we got another series that's brewing.
It definitely is brewing.
See, this is when I need nails. Go ahead and do it for me. Yes.
Yeah. I'm excited to do the episode, the special premiere episode, but the series is probably gonna be good. I think we should definitely have guest speakers on when we do that series.
I think it should be multiple
men and women too.
I'm okay with that. You can pick the women, I'll pick the man.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe we get church boy over here. Girl, do you know how crazy that would be? Okay, you talking about going viral. The stuff that would probably come out of that man's mouth would be like, we gotta edit this. Like, we're not going live for that.
Version of herself. With a lot more
with no filter. With no filter. Yep, that's it. He does not have a filter. My God. And he's a bishop's son, which is crazy. Like that's the thing that blows my mind. Is like, you a whole bishop's son out here in these streets. Like, anywho. Let's see, what else? I think this may be our shortest episode.
Yeah. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Who's in that? Whitney Houston.
Mm-hmm. Don't get me to lie.
That's 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That's good. Because Coco don't believe in 30 minutes.
Mm-mm.
Sound like minute.
I don't like no minute man. I don't like minute women either.
What?
Women only talk for like a minute. Where was your mind at? Sunshine.
In the clouds.
Sunshine.
In the clouds.
But no, yeah. That was the other thing that I wanted to talk about as it pertains to sharing your testimony. So the Bible, those that read the Bible and study the Bible is an entire book of testimonies and stories.
Mm.
Like and those of us that are Christians and those that are, on this Christian journey and we're disciples, what do? What do we read all the time? Stories and testimonies.
Yep.
So it's like, if this is what is given to us as, hey, this is how you should, what is it? Bible stands for basic, something.
Oh goodness, girl, just look it up.
Oh God. Basically, it's like a book that is basically how you're supposed to live your
I
life.
say a guide to life. Is it like a guide on life?
Yes. And so if it's told to you in stories and testimonies, there's some things that we should mimic, and that is sharing stories and testimonies. I also like hearing about stories and testimonies of some of the things that, like, when you look at like older people that are in their 70s and 80s and 90s, like, I love hearing their stories, because it's like, golly, like, you went through that and you're still here now to talk about it today. Like, it will all, all things do work together for the good of them that love the Lord. And life does come around like it should, and fall into place. We just have to be patient and just keep living day by day.
And humble yourself. Humble yourself and be grateful for what you have. Even if you just got a hot dog and a piece of bread, you rich. You're winning. Because it's somebody who don't even have that.
You're right. There have been days in my life that I didn't even have that. I remember a time when, and I'm gonna share a story / testimony. I remember there was a time in my life where, and this is why I'm so adamant with you about gas, is because there was a time in my life where I literally was selling DVDs and CDs to the like video game store where you could sell, just to put gas on my car, and it would only be like $2 or $3. And so I'm like, okay, I only can put $2 or $3 in the gas tank, and then that'll save me enough to make sure I go to church this day, I go here. And I would like calculate all of that. And I remember those days, like, okay, I got $7 I can put in this tank. I can put, and like I said, there were little days that I only could put $2 or $3 in my gas tank. I remember those days, and I'm like, how in the world did I make it? Granted, gas was not $3 a gallon, but still, we're $2. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so now my testimony is, I fill up every time I go to the gas station.
She fills up. It means I put $20 to $25 in there. Keep it pushing.
And she run around more than I do. But I also don't let my gas tank get. I usually don't. Well, I usually don't. But like right now, because I had a little situation that happened. My gas tank is like, I think it's like 42 miles left, and I'm like on E. But either when I leave here tonight or first thing tomorrow, when I get up and out, I'm filling it up, because I feel like you shouldn't let your gas tank get under half a tank, because at that point.
Don't let your gas tank get under a half a tank.
Because at that point, it starts burning fumes. Like, it burns it faster when when it starts getting under a half a tank, it starts to burn it faster. So if you keep it at a half a tank and just fill it up. So put the $20 in when it's a half a tank. Don't let it go under a half a tank. Put the 20 in at a half. Then guess what? You're on full again. Woo! In it. Talking about it. No, but I remember that it's so many things. But like I say, I'm the type, I don't mind talking about like what I'm going through, because it's like, at the end of the day, like, this is my life. Like, for real. We talk about reality TV shows, reality this. No, this is really my life for real.
Uncut and close. Yeah, I don't mind telling mine either. Like I said, my mom used to always say, why you telling y'all business? Why you going around telling people? Because I don't care. I mean, what are they going to do? Judge me? Okay. And people going to judge you if you're doing good. People going to talk about you regardless.
Yeah.
So whatever to them people. Like, let them talk. Give them something to talk about. When you ain't in somebody's mouth, you should be worried. When you in somebody's mouth, you winning.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about me how you want. So it ain't gonna make or break me.
That's how I feel. Talk about me all day. Because I mean, y'all, like she said, y'all doing it anyway. Oh well. It didn't stop my blessings.
Life goes on.
Yes, it does.
Life goes on. I don't know why we can't ever see everybody that be watching.
Because I think sometimes people pop in and out.
Mm. Hey, people poppers. If you a people popper. Oh, it's 9:03. See, these 30-minute episodes be it.
What's that mean?
30-minute episodes. What's that mean?
Oof. Yeah, we gotta come up with another topic. We still got another 30 minutes. Just kidding. So, what's our life skill this week?
That's your phone? Because I just looked at my phone.
Why would it be mine?
Oh, God. Oh, God. It's about to rain over here in Fishers.
That's what Brilla do.
Hi, Miss D. What's your name?
I know. She like, Mom, what's your name? Chrissy Joe, what's your name? I'm like, Brilla, you know your name. I'm like, Brilla, you know my name. Chrissy Joe. I'm like, yes, Brilla.
But I think the life skill lesson this week should be share your testimony, even if it's a small one. Even if one day your car broke down, you was on the side of the road and miraculously complete stranger pulled up on you, helped to change your tire, wop, wop, wop. Boom. Because guess what? Somebody probably went through that same situation last week. That happened to me too. So that for me would be the life skill lesson for this week is share your testimony. Small or big. Because you never know who it'll help.
Mm-hmm.
People got to learn how to humble themselves. Because hearing your story, they might feel like their story wasn't even as bad until you said something. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I think it's also good that sometimes when you take your story and you share it to somebody else, that person will take your story and share it to somebody else. Yeah. And so it's like, we passing things on. So I think that's really good, sharing your testimony. Those that follow me on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, I be sharing my testimonies all the time. I share them through TikTok videos.
Being crazy.
Mm-hmm. I
think I need a new TikTok.
Why?
I don't even know what happened to mine. I don't have the iPhone no more, so I don't remember the login. So
I've been this whole time I've been sending you stuff on TikTok and you ain't even getting it.
Because I don't know how to get back in there. Let's get into it.
Get into it.
Figure it out. Because Alyssa, I think she started going on my page, liking people post some emo stuff. I'm like, girl, don't be coming under me to these people's make your own TikTok. Shoot. But
that's crazy. And you ain't even say nothing.
Because it was on here, but when I tried to log in, it was telling me I need to delete stuff. Never go from an Android to an iPhone and try to go back to an Android. That was the worst thing I could have done.
I agree.
That's like they say.
Because now she can't even track my location. I'm still upset about that. Let me share my story. No, I'm just playing.
I'm gonna get another one. The goal is to get back with the iPhone because Android sucks. It truly indeed sucks. It does. No offense against people that like they Android.
You know what? I will say this though. Android is getting a little bit better because they have synced with Google.
Yeah.
And so now you can log in Google everywhere so that everything is connected. That's like it's getting better with that.
Yeah, but that's about the only thing. And this helps at Google, but even if you get a crappy phone, So if you with Android, stay with Android. Don't go to iPhone and then try to revert back because it's gonna be trouble. It's gonna be trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would just say share your testimony with someone. Maybe someone you work with, maybe someone you talk to on a regular basis and you ain't never told them nothing serious about yourself. Now it's the time to open up.
Definitely, indeed. Any last words?
No, we love you. Bye bye.
Love you long time. We need a little remote so I can do
Right. No, but we appreciate you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Everybody who did engage, thank you, Marika, for engaging.
Yes, girl.
We appreciate those that engage with us and talk to us. It kind of helps the momentum, but we have momentum of our own. But this gear right here. But no, we do appreciate anybody who liked, shared, and comment. You took the time out to watch us. We appreciate that because you couldn't be doing anything else. You decided to tune into the live, so we appreciate that.
Share your testimony. It may save a life.
That's what you're gonna close it out with. Until next time.
See you next week. Bye bye. Love you long time.
Love you long time. Bye.